Welcome to the Nicholas 11X12 technology. Today I'd like to show you how well the Corsair Hydro Series H100i water cooler does when in a push-pull configuration. Keep in mind this is a pre-filled ready-to-use water cooler and you don't have to refill water. I just wanted to say that since a lot of people ask me how or when to refill water. You just buy the cooler and install it. That's all you basically have to do, and afterwards, when the radiator is dusty, just blow the dust out. Now, some of you may question yourselves, what is a push-pull configuration? Well, to explain you that, I made an illustration for you that makes things easier. There are several ways to set up a cooler. There's pull, there's push, and of course push and pull combined. The gray part should represent the water cooler radiator. The orange bars are the fans mounted onto the radiator. The white arrows show the number of the fans and their airflow direction. As you can see here on my illustration, I'm showing you two different configuration types for pull, push and push-pull. The main difference is the airflow direction, so the way the fans are mounted onto the radiator. On the left, the warm air inside a computer case is blown out. On the right, cold air is blown into the computer case. Just in case you're wondering which airflow direction is better, then I'd say go for the configuration on the left side, just because it will work with most computer cases in terms of the fans that might be inside or not even present. You don't want bad airflow in your computer case. Warm air needs to be blown out, so you don't want the front fan of the case blow air in and the rear fan blows air in as well. This is just the wrong way, so please beware. I hope this example was good enough. But let's concentrate on the typical configurations, so the left side only. Pull means the fans are mounted over the radiator and air is pulled through the radiator from the inside of the computer case. Therefore the name pull. Push means the fans are mounted underneath of the radiator and air is pushed through the radiator from the inside of the computer case. Therefore the name push. Push-pull means there are fans mounted over the radiator and underneath of it. The upper fans pull and the bottom ones push. And because there are fans on each side of the radiator, air is swapped out faster since the fans pretty much help each other. And this is it. It's actually very simple. The processor I'm going to cool down is the Intel Core i7-3770K overclocked to 4.5 GHz with a voltage of 1.224 volts. But let's move on to the temperatures. There you go. As you can see, when using the standard push configuration with the fans at 100%, the CPU is running at 28 degrees Celsius on idle and 85 degrees Celsius on full load. Whereas the push-pull configuration makes the CPU run at 26 degrees Celsius on idle and 82 degrees Celsius on full load. So indeed, the temperatures are lower, but not by much really. On load, that's what you should look at, the CPU runs 3 degrees Celsius cooler with the push-pull configuration. The ambient room temperature was at 19 degrees Celsius by the way, and that are 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, you saw yourself, there is a difference noticeable, even if a small one, but 3 degrees are 3 degrees. Of course this also is depending on the processor you're cooling down. In my case I have an Intel Ivy Bridge processor and that one isn't very easy to cool down when overclocked. You now know there's a small improvement when running a push-pull configuration. The solution isn't very expensive, in my case I just needed 2 additional fans. But please beware, lots of cases don't support 240mm water cooler radiators such as the H100i here, and even more cases don't support 240mm radiators running a push-pull configuration. You simply need a pretty big case and these are often very expensive. Another issue would be the fan noise. I tested this at 100% fan speeds and it was very loud, pretty much like a vacuum cleaner. Of course you don't have to run the fans at 100%. In the end, a push-pull configuration really is only an option if your computer case supports it and if you don't mind the additional fan noise. And that's it I guess. I really hope this video could help you out. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and visit nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube.